What if I told you that a simple food, something you may have seen in the grocery store hundreds of times, contains compounds that scientists believe can support your body's ability to repair damaged DNA and may even make life harder for cancer cells to survive? Now, before you think this is some rare plant from the Amazon or an expensive supplement sold online, let me stop you right there. The food we're talking about today is far more ordinary than that. In fact, many people already have it sitting in their refrigerator right now. They just don't realize how powerful it may be. But here's the important part. This isn't about miracle cures or magic foods. Nothing in nutrition works that way. Instead, this is about understanding how certain natural compounds found in everyday foods interact with the body in ways that support cellular health, reduce inflammation, and strengthen the body's natural defense systems. And when it comes to protecting our health, especially as we get older, those small daily habits can make a much bigger difference than most people think. Today we're going to talk about a food that researchers have been studying for years because of the unique compounds it contains. Compounds that may help the body protect and repair DNA, support detoxification pathways, and create an environment that is less friendly to abnormal cell growth. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know what this food is, but also how to include it in your daily meals in a simple and practical way. But first, let's talk about something that most people rarely think about: DNA. Every single cell in your body contains DNA. It's the instruction manual that tells your cells how to function, grow, repair themselves, and communicate with other cells. Your DNA is constantly being exposed to stress from many sources: pollution in the air, toxins in the environment, ultraviolet radiation from sunlight, poor diet, chronic inflammation, and even normal metabolic processes inside the body can all cause small amounts of DNA damage over time. The good news is that your body has built-in repair systems designed to fix this damage. Special enzymes and cellular mechanisms are constantly scanning your DNA, correcting errors, and replacing damaged sections. It's an incredible process that works quietly in the background every moment of your life. But as we age, these repair systems can become less efficient. At the same time, the amount of stress placed on our cells often increases. That combination can contribute to many of the chronic diseases associated with aging. This is why scientists are so interested in foods that contain compounds capable of supporting the body's natural repair processes. And that brings us to the food at the center of today's discussion: broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Broccoli? Really? It might not sound exciting, but the science behind it is actually fascinating. Broccoli belongs to a family of vegetables known as cruciferous vegetables. This group also includes cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage, and bok choy. What makes these vegetables special is a group of natural compounds called glucosinolates. When these compounds are broken down during chewing or digestion, they form biologically active substances that scientists have been studying for their potential health benefits. One of the most famous of these compounds is called sulforaphane. Sulforaphane has attracted enormous attention in the scientific community because of how it interacts with certain protective systems in the body. One key system involves something known as the NRF2 pathway. Think of this pathway as a master switch that activates hundreds of genes responsible for cellular defense. When NRF2 is activated, the body increases production of powerful antioxidant enzymes that help neutralize harmful molecules known as free radicals. These molecules can damage DNA and contribute to aging and disease when they accumulate in large amounts. Sulforaphane appears to help stimulate this protective pathway, encouraging cells to produce more of these defensive enzymes. In other words, it doesn't act as a single antioxidant itself. Instead, it helps your body produce its own natural army of protective molecules. That's a much more powerful strategy in the long run. But the research doesn't stop there. Scientists have also been studying how sulforaphane may affect abnormal cells. Some laboratory studies suggest that compounds found in cruciferous vegetables can influence how certain cells grow and divide. Healthy cells have built-in signals that tell them when to grow, when to repair themselves, and when to shut down if something goes wrong. Cancer cells often bypass these signals and begin multiplying uncontrollably. Research suggests that compounds like sulforaphane may help support normal cellular communication and may make it more difficult for abnormal cells to thrive. Again, this does not mean broccoli cures cancer. That's not how nutrition works. But it does highlight how certain foods can support the body's internal defense systems in ways that may contribute to long-term health. Another fascinating benefit of cruciferous vegetables involves detoxification. Your liver works around the clock, filtering toxins from your bloodstream. This process happens in two main stages, often referred to as phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. Some compounds from broccoli appear to support these detox pathways by helping enzymes in the liver process and eliminate harmful substances more efficiently. This means that regularly eating these vegetables may help your body remove certain environmental toxins before they have a chance to cause cellular damage. Now let's talk about inflammation, another major factor linked to many chronic diseases. Low-grade inflammation in the body can damage tissues over time, including blood vessels, joints, and organs. It also creates an environment where cellular stress becomes more likely. Many plant-based foods contain anti-inflammatory compounds, but cruciferous vegetables appear to be particularly powerful in this area. Sulforaphane and related compounds may help reduce certain inflammatory signals in the body, helping restore balance to the immune system. And when inflammation decreases, many other systems in the body begin functioning more efficiently. Energy levels improve. Metabolism becomes more balanced. Cellular repair processes become more effective. Now here's something else that makes this food especially interesting. Young broccoli sprouts contain extremely high concentrations of sulforaphane, sometimes up to 20 or even 50 times higher than mature broccoli. These tiny sprouts may look small, but nutritionally, they are incredibly dense. Some researchers have focused specifically on broccoli sprouts because of their unique concentration of these protective compounds. But even regular broccoli provides meaningful amounts of these beneficial substances when included regularly in the diet. So the next logical question is, how should you actually eat it? Fortunately, it's incredibly easy to add to your meals. Steamed broccoli with olive oil and garlic is one simple option. Light steaming appears to preserve many of the beneficial compounds while making the vegetable easier to digest. You can also add chopped broccoli to stir-fries, soups, omelets, or grain bowls. Broccoli sprouts can be sprinkled onto salads, sandwiches, or wraps for an extra nutritional boost. Another helpful tip is to combine cruciferous vegetables with foods that contain healthy fats. A little olive oil, avocado, or nuts can help your body absorb certain plant nutrients more effectively. But consistency is the real secret. Eating broccoli once a month won't create noticeable changes in your health. But including a variety of vegetables regularly, especially cruciferous ones, can gradually support many systems in the body over time. And remember, no single food works alone. Health is the result of patterns. A balanced diet rich in vegetables, fruits, whole foods, healthy fats, and adequate protein provides the body with the building blocks it needs to maintain cellular health. Physical activity also plays an important role. Movement improves circulation, allowing nutrients and oxygen to reach cells more efficiently. Sleep is another critical factor. During deep sleep, your body performs some of its most important repair work, including processes related to DNA maintenance and immune function. Chronic stress, on the other hand, can increase inflammation and oxidative stress, placing additional strain on your cells. This is why managing stress through relaxation, prayer, meditation, or time in nature can have very real physical benefits. When you combine all these habits together, healthy food, movement, sleep, stress management, you create an environment where the body's natural defense systems can operate at their best. And that's really the goal. Supporting the body's incredible ability to protect and repair itself. It's easy to look for dramatic solutions when it comes to health. People are often drawn to miracle supplements or extreme diets promising instant results. But the truth is, the most powerful strategies are often the simplest ones. Consistently choosing foods that nourish your cells, moving your body regularly, sleeping well, managing stress, building supportive relationships. These habits may not sound flashy, but over time they create a powerful foundation for long-term health. And sometimes that journey starts with something as simple as adding more vegetables, like broccoli, to your plate. It might seem like a small change, but small changes practiced every day can create remarkable results over the years. Your body is constantly working to protect you. Every cell is performing thousands of chemical reactions every second to keep you alive and functioning. When you give your body the right nutrients and lifestyle support, you help those systems operate more efficiently. And that's one of the most powerful ways to protect your health for the long run. If you found this information helpful, consider sharing it with someone you care about, because sometimes the most valuable health knowledge is the kind that spreads from one person to another. And remember, true health isn't about perfection. It's about making small, smart choices, consistently choices that help your body stay strong, resilient, and capable of supporting you through many more years of life.